If you are out there and you've always wanted to import a car, kindly ensure that you're doing it with Best Cars. We are a seasoned car importers and we assist clients to ship motor vehicle all the way from Japan to Kenya. The process only takes 28 to 55 days for your unit to arrive here. The moment your unit arrives here, we will handle the entire importation process from procurement up to delivery. This is whereby we will source the car, and for us, by now you know that we buy these cars from the auction. Then after we source the car, we will organize for documentation, and also we will organize for shipping. Now the moment the car is ready for shipping, it will be put in the next available vessel, and once it arrives at the port of Mombasa, our clearing team will take over. Now at this point, we will register the car. Once we've registered the car successfully, now the car is ready for delivery. We will put the car in the car carrier so that it can be delivered to Nairobi. Now, I know most of you are always wondering, how do we buy these cars from the auction? How do we know the correct car to buy from the auction? And so many questions. So the first question is, how do we buy these cars from the auction? So normally, all the cars that are listed in the auction are sold through a process called bidding. So this means that so many people come and bid for a particular unit. Let's say, for instance, right now we are bidding for a Q7 and 2018 Audi Q7. So we'll check at the auction the available Audi Q7, that is 2017 or 2018. So once we spot a unit, we will bid, we'll show the client. The moment the client gives us a go ahead, we're going to bid for that unit. Now, when we are bidding, so many people have placed the bid for that particular unit, and the car will automatically be sold to the highest bidder. I know most of you are worried, what if we don't win the bid, or what if we don't lose, or what if we lose the bid? Now, don't worry, because for us, we are seasoned. We've been doing this for a very long time. So we are able to check the history and know how that particular unit has been selling. So that we know how that particular has been selling, and that is now what we are going to use to bid. So most of the times our bids are always accurate. So the moment we win the bid, we will proceed and purchase the car. But in a situation where there is the highest bidder that has placed a higher bid than us, then don't worry, we'll still go back and bid for another unit, because thousands and thousands of units are normally listed every day in the auction. So the moment we have placed the bid and we've won the bid, now that's good news, because the next step will be to purchase the car. So we'll purchase the car. At this point, we'll ask for the consignee details. Those are the details that are going to appear in the logbook and in the bill of lading, or the BL. Once you have shared the details with us, now we are ready to import this unit. We're only going to require 20% of the deposit, then we will ship the car up to the port of Mombasa. So the moment we have the 20%, now as I had told you, we're going to book for the QASJ inspection, and also we are going to get the export certificate. Now with these two documents, now we are able to ship the car. The bill of lading will come once the car is in transit. Now, the moment it lands at the port of Mombasa, these soft copies we will have shared with you, our client, of course. And then now we will keep the originals, because the originals are used to clear the motor vehicle the moment it lands at the port of Mombasa. So the moment it has landed at the port of Mombasa, we'll check the duty. Once the duty is paid and it's correct, the VRO, that is the verification officer, will have to release the unit. Now, the moment the unit has been released, now it's ready for registration. We'll lodge in the plates. Now once we have the plates, actually you'll get a notification on your mobile or on your device. Now once you have these, we'll only wait for the logbook and the physical plates, zile za mabati. Now once we have those ones, now we are ready to offload the car and put it in the car carrier. Normally, when the cars land at the port of Mombasa, I know there's also a question that comes, where are these cars kept? The cars are normally kept at the CFS. Anytime that I go to Mombasa, I normally try and record a video for you so that you can see how the CFS looks like. Actually, the CFS is so big, because all the cars that lands and all the vessel that offloads the car, all the cars, they are kept in the CFS. And the CFS, I want to assure you that they are safe and they are insured. So it's guaranteed that everything will be taken care of and your car will be in good condition. If you also want to come with us to the CFS so that you can, verify your car, physically inspect it so that you offset the balance, then we also allow that one. And we can also accompany you to Mombasa so that you're able to go and see your unit. Yes, now at that point now, we will clear the car, register the car, then put it in the car carrier for delivery. I know you've been seeing also our videos of loading the cars from the car carrier. At Best Cars, we do not drive your car because we want your mileage to be intact. So the safety of your unit is our top priority. So this is the reason why we safely put the cars in the car carrier so that they can be delivered in Nairobi. Once they are delivered in Nairobi, now you can decide if you want to collect them from our offices, that is Rural Town, Greg Towers, 3rd floor, or if you want us to personally deliver it, maybe at the comfort of your home or at the comfort of your office or any location that we will have agreed on. So if you're out there and you don't know where to begin from, if you've always wanted to import a car and you don't know where to begin from, then do not worry. Actually, we also suggest units because I have some few clients that are not sure of which cars to import. Now let me give you a very good instance. I'm dealing with one client. She's currently driving a Mazda Demio and she has been having this car for almost 2 years. Now she's looking to upgrade. So this means that she has been saving for a car. So she was telling me she has a budget of 3 million and she can stretch up to 3.5. But she doesn't know which unit to go for. But the money is ready, the budget is ready. Now for such a client, it's very easy because we'll just suggest some few options and also give the client the specification of the units so that the client makes a good choice. That is depending on the nature of the work. If maybe the client is depending on the nature of the work, depending on the roads, nature of the roads, if it's an urban driving or city driving, or if it's an off-road kind of setup, and also the practicability, fuel efficiency, the key things that the client is looking for. There are some clients that are very open to hybrid. There are some that are still shying away from hybrids. So we still understand, and at the end of the day, we're going to import something that the client wants. So for us, for such a client, what I have done, I have suggested for her some various units that are between 3M up to 3.5. So I'm just waiting for her to confirm which ones we can scale down up to at least 3. Now, the moment she decides and she's sure which one she wants to import, that is the exactly car that we're going to import for her. So if you're out there and you're not yet sure, maybe the budget has aligned, but you don't know which car to import, or maybe you don't know the specifications, especially for the ladies, I understand. That's why we are here. We will guide you. We're also going to recommend some good cars and also cars with specs that you are keen on. For instance, a client that is very keen on sunroof, we can suggest some options that come equipped to the sunroof. Again, as I've said, for clients that is very keen on a hybrid or on fuel efficiency, then we will try to recommend cars that are either hybrid option, FEV option, or also cars that have a lower engine capacity, because that one will come in handy when you're saving fuel. Also, the ground clearance, if it's an issue, we're also going to recommend a car that is off-road, depending with the color and any other spec that you might be desiring. So just come to our office and we'll chat more. I'm just here to urge you to continue following me and to ask me any question that you might be having regarding importation. And to quickly mention that all these cars in Japan, they are graded differently, because I know most of you wonder, how are we sure of the car that you're importing, the condition of the car? Each car in the auction has an auction sheet attached to it. So this auction sheet indicates the grading of the car, because different cars have been maintained differently and have also been used by different users. This means that not all of us take care. Most of them take good care of the unit, and for a unit that has been taken good care of has a high grade. The highest being grade 6, but this one is for newer car. And then we have grade 5 and grade 4.5. Now these ones are the main when it comes to importation. Grade 5 is a bit rare, but on a good day we can come across it. But grade 4.5, that one is the best grade for importation. This means that this is a car that is in a very new condition. This is a car that the moment you see it physically, this will give you a new vibe, like a vibe of a very new unit. And of course, that is something that you want to invest your money in, because at the end of the day, when you're buying a new car, you want a car that is going to serve you, a car that will not be having issues, and a car that will make you feel like this was all worth it. Going down a bit, there is grade 4. Grade 4 is normally for a client that is maybe working with a tight budget.